How you doing, folks? Joe Value here for Cold Beer Sports on Friday evening with three selections for tomorrow. Uh, you know, one, two, three. Yeah, I'm happy enough. Three of them should be there or thereabouts. Great day today. Three selections today and two lovely winners. And my horse that I gave each way was third. So yeah, brilliant. Super. And long may that continue. I thought the first horse, Give Me a Moment, was much the best. He was just taking control of the race when he slipped up turning in, and that gave some of them a chance to get back involved. But in fairness to him, he was well in control when the second horse came down at the last. So really happy with Give Me a Moment. The 2.5 mile suited him very well, and yeah, he just jumped him silly as I thought he would. And what was my second selection? Smarty Wild. Yeah, he jumped bad. I thought he jumped the first really well, and he kind of nearly over jumped, and that just kind of knocked his confidence a bit. But fair play to Tom O'Brien. He was handy enough on him. He didn't gun the horse at all. He just took his time, and he knew early on after a few mistakes that third was probably the best he was going to do, and he got third first. So that was great. And then we were lucky enough with Captain Morgs. I thought Gary Claremont had the race in the bag and made about it. He kind of looked around at the last and all that kind of crack, and lost his momentum. And Captain Morgs, who was staying on very well, would have been tight in any respect, but he got to the front, and there was no catching him then when he did. It was a good price yesterday evening, one decent enough price, 11-4, when I advised him first, and I hope he's got on. So yeah, brilliant day for me. Savage day altogether for Mad Merrigan on the service. I'm sure he'll fill you in, but sure, it's no point me blowing his trumpet, but it's only he was out of form there for a while, and it was kind of annoying him. But I said, listen, it'll come right. It's only a matter of time before it comes right, and it did come right. So massive payout today. And then Mickey D got on the scoreboard today as well at Ascot. So yeah, brilliant day for the channel, and plenty more to come, because we do actually work our bollocks off. We're not bluffers. We just horse racing men that work hard at it to try and find the best bets. It's no fluke that we have the record that we do. A lot of fucking work goes into it, believe me. Okay, so moving on to tomorrow. I'll start off with the earliest one. It's the 12:15 at Huntingdon. Horse by the name of John Loke. Now this is definitely a two-horse race on paper. John Loke is the second favourite, but I think he's every chance of beating the favourite Greystone. John Loke is a second season novice, so he has that bit of experience from last year. He's always kind of running good races, but hasn't really been seeing out his races. I just think tomorrow maybe Huntingdon in quite enough surroundings here. Like, it's a poor enough race if you take out Greystone and him. It's a dreadful race if you take out Greystone and him. And I just think Tristan Durrell there, he's claiming 7. If he just takes his time and maybe lets the favourite do all the donkey work, he should come there cruising and maybe just jump by the favourite at the last, even leave it till the last, and then just sprint for home then, because the favourite can give the Turtles plenty of air, as it did at Huntingdon last time. Now, ran really well, I thought, but it was very, very free. So I'm hoping that goes out there and tries to make all, and this lad just tracks it around and comes there late, and gains enough of an advantage before the favourite can get back at it. So that's basically how I read the first race, 12:15 at Huntingdon. John Loke. I'm going to make it a 3-point selection there at 6-4. Obviously, the Dan Skelton yard, an absolute fire, had his 1,000 winner there today. So congratulations to him. Skelton, I've always loved that yard. Just a brilliant trainer, and he gets them jumping. He gets them all jumping. Just a savage stable to follow. But another good stable to follow, definitely a few years ago, but he was out of form last year, was Harry Fry. And I think the reason he said why he was out of form last year was because they're after changing the gallops in his place, and it just took him a while to get to know the gallops. Basically, it's not just as simple as running a horse straight, in a straight line and all that. You have to know your gallops, as horsey men would tell you. But lads with more knowledge than me would explain it better. But yeah, so I think he has all that sorted now, and his horses are really well handicapped, and they're running really well this year. So in the 115 a Haydock, a horse by the name of Our Surprise, 7-2 shot here. Sean Bone takes the ride. He's down at 10 stone. I presume that's why Darrell Jacobs not riding it, because Simon and Isaac, them two boys, the double green lads, they own this, and I think this horse could be progressive. Won easily in a novice hurdle at Newton Abbott last year, beating a half decent horse by Philip Hobbs by 10 lengths, but could have bet him 20 if he wanted. And ran, needed the first start this season without a shadow of a doubt when he was a short price favourite, but stepped up considerably on his second run at Wetherby, where he did way too much. He was way too free, and just couldn't get enough cover for him. And still ran a very good race. He was second, with another horse that reopposes Mackenberg back in third. But I just think they're trying the hood on him tomorrow. So if that does the trick and he's settled, he's a very good jumper. Touch wood. I love the way he can quicken into a hurdle, and ping it for a horse of such small experience, But I don't know how he get on with the hustle and bustle of this big field tomorrow, but if it doesn't do him any harm, it might help him settle a bit better as well. And I just think he's handicapped to go very close. So I'm going to make Our Surprise a 2-point win there at 7-2. My final selection of the day then is in the 323 at Gowran Park. A mare by the name of I See the Moon. She's a 13-2 chance at the moment. I thought she's crying out for this step up to 2.5 mile. 2 runs ago at Gowran Park, she was just outpaced all the way around, and she was kept very wide and stuff like that. And last time at Clonmel, it's a tight enough track for 2 mile, but there's a stiff finish, and she really appreciated that. I just think stepping out here to 2.5 miles could suit her really well. And down around the bottom of the weights there, I think she must have every chance under Philip Enright. So 13-2 will make her a 2-point each way selection. She's only a 4-year-old as well, so you'd imagine that there has to be more improvement hidden away there somewhere. So that's the crack. See how you get on with them. Fair play if you've got a few quid today. Delighted obviously how the day went, and hopefully them 3 there run just as well tomorrow. Okay, so I'll talk to you tomorrow evening, probably in around the same time. It's Joe Value for Cold Beer Sports. All the best.